Democrats vote to put South Carolina first in the 2028 primary. On Friday, the Democratic National Committee's Rules and Bylaws Committee approved a new early state calendar that places South Carolina at the top of the nominating lineup. The vote was 26-19 in favor of South Carolina, with New Hampshire receiving 4 votes. The approved schedule runs South Carolina on January 22, Nevada on February 1, New Hampshire on February 8, New Mexico on February 15, Michigan on February 22 and Virginia on February 29, all before Super Tuesday in early March. The decision followed a heated lobbying effort that split Democrats along racial, geographic, and ideological lines. Supporters of South Carolina argued that keeping the state in the leadoff spot, a position it held for the first time in 2024, honors the party's most loyal black voters. Christelle Spain, chair of the South Carolina Democratic Party, told the committee, "The South is not the past, it is the future." Nevada backers countered that a battleground state with a diverse electorate, including large Hispanic, Black, and Asian American communities, would be a more strategic starting point. Jane Klebe, chair of the Nebraska Democratic Party and a vice chair of the National Party, described the 6-state lineup as a coalition spanning 4 regions, mixing rural and urban, red, purple, and blue areas. She said the order does not just lead into Super Tuesday, it earns Super Tuesday. The 49-member committee heard testimony from party leaders across the country, each emphasizing how the order would shape candidate momentum and media attention. South Carolina's advocates highlighted the state's pivotal role in reviving Joe Biden's 2020 campaign, while Nevada's allies pointed to the state's swing state status and growing Latino electorate. New Hampshire's defenders stressed its tradition of retail politics and the state law that mandates a first-in-the-nation primary, warning that defying the DNC could trigger a delegate fight. The committee ultimately chose a calendar that balances regional representation with demographic diversity, aiming to give a broad cross-section of Democrats an early voice. The calendar still needs ratification by the full DNC at a meeting next month. Political strategists are already weighing the implications. In the last open primary in 2020, South Carolina backed Joe Biden while Nevada favored Bernie Sanders. New Hampshire, which allows independent voters to participate, will now vote third. New Mexico and Virginia have never been among the early states, making them unpredictable factors. Uncertainty remains, especially around New Hampshire. State law requires it to hold the first primary, and in 2024 the state proceeded despite DNC penalties and the president appearing only as a write-in candidate. It is possible the party could hold an alternative contest or face further delegate disputes. In short, the DNC has set a new early primary map that elevates South Carolina, adds geographic and demographic diversity, and sets the stage for a wide-open 2028 field. The full committee will have the final say next month.